Wenzenuzuma, wenzenuzuma, awuphendule wenula, 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 iprophaganda awusitshela ukuthi uzuma wenzeni. Yeah. Jacob Zuma cleared from the ban by the IEC to stand for election in South Africa. The electoral court, has dismissed the objection that President Zuma is not eligible to stand to be elected as president of South Africa. It has been rejected by the courts of South Africa. Not that the courts of South Africa have changed, like normally what President Zuma says. Nothing has actually changed. It's just that there was nothing, there was no nothing, there was no case. Like there was nowhere the judges could actually hide. They wouldn't find in any other way. That judgment can never be appealed. It's not oh, I'm not a lawyer if I use, it's not appealable if if that is an English word. I don't know. Appealable. You can't appeal that judgment because there was no case. Shame on Nwaitobi. Shame on him. Shame on Advocate Ngogaitobi. Really shame on him. History will record him on the wrong side. The history will record him on the wrong side. The white system have chosen to use him because he looks like a black man. He looks like the real black man. He looks like the ancient black man because of his shame on him for not representing the black man. Shame on him for embarrassing himself. He goes out of South Africa to represent uh, the Palestinians and their fight against Israel. He goes and represent them to fight for freedom. Yet he comes home and fight against his people, fight for freedom. Who do you work for, Ngogaitobi? Who do you work for? Who do you work for, Ngogaitobi? Tell us. Well, money does not matter. We want to. I want to celebrate Advocate Dalimpofu for the job well done. These people did not really imagine. They were totally unprepared the way Advocate Dalimpofu came through with his presentation. Those people did not even know how to defend it. Even the judges, you could see they were struggling to. You could, by their body language and the way they are questioning, you could hear the judges which were actually paid and the judges which are not paid. You could even hear on the questioning there. But there was nothing, whether paid or not paid, there is nothing you can do in that case because there is no case. Advocate Dalimpofu, well done for being on the right side of history. And shame on Advocate Ngaitobi for finding himself on the wrong side of the history. where he stands against black people as emancipation against a 500-year-old slavery, a 500-year-old imperialism, a 500-year-old of exploitation, a 500-year-old of apartheid, uh, 500-year-old of economic sabotage. Uh, we want to thank Advocate Dalimpofu for being on the right side of history. What does the victory means for the people? The victory means, uh, let me start by what does it means for white people? The victory for white people means they should really have the fear that they have about the black man. They should have the fear because the black man is going to come and change. President Zuma will come and change everything. So those who were benefiting from this segregation, from the apartheid laws, should really understand that the black people of South Africa have risen against apartheid. This means liberation uh, 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 for the black people. But for the white people, it means the Rothschild is shaking. The Queen of England is shaking. King Charles is shaking. The whole of Europe, they are shaking. NATO is shaking because there's a lot of investments. The banks are shaking because the people who owns our land are the banks. The banks are owning our land, so we need to nationalize the banks. President Zuma does not hesitate when he has to implement policies. We have to nationalize the Reserve Bank. President Zuma will nationalize the Reserve Bank. So it means the end of the white rule in South Africa. Is the real end of the white rule in South Africa. But does it only means the end of the white rule only in South Africa? No, it does not mean only in South Africa. It only means the start of the end of the white rule. There's already some liberated zones in Africa, like Burkina Faso, like Mali, like Niger, like which one is the latest? But you can indicate which other on the comments. You can indicate which other zones are liberated in Africa. So, but there are few pockets of liberated zones in Africa. South Africa is going to be joining those zones. South Africa will be liberated from apartheid slavery, colonialism, exploitation, the rape using the law. South Africa will be liberated from all of those things. It means the rise of the black man. It means when South Africa is liberated, uh, Lesotho will join and become part of the liberated zone. Lesotho and Swaziland will obviously join and become part of the liberated zones because mainly these two countries are kingdoms. So now the kings are coming back to rule in South Africa. I won't be surprised when those two kingdoms join back to become one with South Africa, because the kings will be in charge. So there won't be any reason why King Muswati and King uh, of Lesotho, I think is it King Letsie of Lesotho, should be part of this. So it's shock waves in America. It's shock waves in England. White people who have raped the system and stole the land and killed a lot of black people. The blood of the black people, the those who are in the graves are just waking up now to fight on our behalf. It's over for them. It's over for the white man in South Africa. It's over. Let me not say for the white man, for the white rule, because there's a lot of white people who are just part of the slave system, who are suffering just like any other black person, put into suffering by the system. But it's a victory for the people. But I want us to be aware that this is only a start. It's not yet victory. These people now, the only chance now they have is to rob the elections. So they won't like to miss that opportunity, because they try to use the courts to franchise black people, or to stop black people from rising. They failed decimal in a very bad way, because they did not have any cases. Their dogs, Fikile Balola, and their dogs, the IEC there, have absolutely failed to stop President Zuma and black people from rising and taking two-third majority. So nothing stands in the way of black people from attaining two-third majority. The road is now clear. The enemy is now having only one option. His option is to rob the elections. You see, President Ramaphosa is not campaigning. He's just sitting at home, uh, planning how he's going to distribute the billions which is been given by the uh, by our colonial masters, to bribe those who will be on the elections, those who will be who will be party agents, to bribe them, to give them alcohol to go to sleep, so that they can steal the elections. That is their only hope. If they don't do that, the country is gone, and it's gone for good to their rightful owners, which are black people. So black people should not relax and think, or the MK members should not relax and think that this is done and this is dusted. It's not done and dusted, because remember, it means for the black man, it means we will have to renegotiate the land. We will have to renegotiate the minerals. We will have to renegotiate the malls. We will have to renegotiate the economy, the mines. We'll have to renegotiate all of those things. We are not even going to renegotiate. We are going to take them. It's not negotiations because it's about two-third majority. We'll just make laws which will help us to take those things. President Zuma uh, has been sent by the ancestors of black people and God to come and rescue the children of God from Babylon, from the enemy, from the witch uh, who took over our land. The propaganda missions, the televisions and their radio stations, they don't even know what to say now. They don't even know how to spin it. Because however they spin, they are not winning. However, people have decided in their majority. People have decided that they want President Zuma to lead. They have said it unequivocally to everybody. The taxi drivers have said it. The kings have said it. The unemployed people have said it. They've said they want President Zuma to lead. The exploited workers have said they want President Zuma to lead. The African health practitioners, the Sangomas, have said they want President Zuma to lead. The churches have said they want President Zuma to lead. Nobody said they want uh, Ramaphosa. Anyone who says they want Ramaphosa, those ones we know they are normally paid. Usually they are usually paid. Those ones are usually paid. So we don't talk about those ones. Those who are not paid, they want President Zuma to lead. No one wants Julius Malema or Ramaphosa to lead. Those people are agents of white people sent to delay the freedom of the black man. This one can never be postponed. This revolution has caught Julius Malema on the wrong side of history. Julius Malema will not be remembered as a hero like he thought he was going to be remembered in the history of South Africa. He's going to be remembered as a spy like he is with his friend Ramaphosa. They are going to be remembered as the apartheid spies and agents of slavery, agents of white people to enslave black people. I thank you for tuning in. Wenzenu Zuma awuphendule wenula wenula propaganda ausitshelo uThozuma wenzeni.